Hello and welcome to Autism's Perspective. I'm James Stephen. Coming up here in April, it's going to be Autism Awareness Month, and so I started thinking about why is it important? And I started thinking about wow, it's kind of interesting that Autism Awareness Month starts in spring. Like so in April when it's seasons change and it gets nicer. But the thing that's similar is that there's so much going on under the surface that we don't know. There's seeds germinating, there is new growth, there are different like animals coming to life, coming out, coming to join the world. And I was thinking about plants specifically. So if I were to look out here, there's lots of seeds under the ground that I'm not even seeing, and they're growing. They're growing on their own. They're trying their best. They're going to come out, and they might be crooked, and they might be different, and they might not make it. They might not be able to get out. They might hit the top of the surface and forever stay below it. But if I took the time and I went out there and I found the seed or the growth, and I germinated, I helped it along. I added the right amount of water. I allowed it. I got away all the brush so that it got the right amount of sun. I added some nourishment, some things that would make their life better. It would grow into a beautiful, wonderful, incredible flower. And I think about that in autism is that there's so much wonderful things going on inside their world. So many great thoughts and great expressions and a wealth of love and a wealth of personality that we can't see because they're locked in their world. And if you take the time and you add the water and you add the special nutrients and you get the sun on them, if you get the sun on them, you allow them to have experiences. You're not afraid to get them out there, and maybe they throw a fit at the party, maybe they throw a fit at Walmart. But if you have the tools and you learn how to deal with that and allow that fit to happen, that's a beautiful thing. Because not only are they going to learn how to deal with the outside things and learn how to deal with anxiety, and because you're going to help them through it, other people see that. And other people will have better knowledge of what it's like. Other people will be able to look at it and go, wow, that person is going through something and they need support. I wonder how I can support them. Or, maybe it's nutrients. Maybe you're going to help them with the expressive language. Help them to say one thing. Help them to say what they really want. Juice. Maybe every day they want juice. And you give them that word, one word, juice, and you give them the sign, and it opens their world. It allows them to burst outside through the wall. That's their first step. That's all they need to do. Get that first step out. Anyway, so I just thought it was interesting that spring and that kind of season where it's starting to get warmer and things are starting to grow in autism, it really does link. And then I was thinking to myself afterwards, why is autism awareness so important? And so I thought back to when I was a kid. I couldn't tell you who had autism, who lived with it. I couldn't tell you who had special needs. They weren't around me. It wasn't until high school that I actually saw someone with a special need. And it was only at lunchtime when they were let out. They were let out, literally let out in a group. They walked through the cafeteria to another room. I have no idea where they're going. I just remember the cafeteria stopped, became quiet. Every eye watched them as they walked by. And then just like they never existed, the conversation started up again. Sometimes there was laughter. Sometimes there was comments made. I do remember one gentleman that now I know likely had a form of Asperger's. Was all about Elvis. He would come into the cafeteria and sing and shake his legs, and he actually did a pretty good impression of Elvis as far as I'm concerned. But there are some people that encouraged it for good reasons because they enjoyed it, and there is a lot of people that encouraged it because they wanted to laugh and wanted to make fun. And so as I've grown up and gone forward, and I've met all these wonderful people with their special needs and different diversities and different knowledge, my life has become far richer. And I think as we become more aware, and people with autism and parents who have kids with autism, and agencies that help people with autism tell their stories, and open the minds of the people that haven't even been touched by autism. They have no idea what it's like. It just makes everything better. When you're out in the community and you see that child for some reason can't walk on grass, or covering their ears and screaming, and I see it all the time. I deal with it when I take my client in the community. I see those disapproving looks like, why don't you stop your child from doing that? Why don't you take care of this situation? This is ridiculous. You're holding up my day. But if we show, no, you don't understand. It's not like that. It's not. This child is hurting right now. This child needs a different kind of thing that you're used to. I have to help them in a different way that you don't understand. Then that person walking by isn't going to throw that disapproving look. That person walking by isn't going to make it worse for everybody. Isn't going to make the parent's heart hurt. Isn't going to make the child feel uncomfortable. And then the other thing I was thinking about, there's this wonderful gentleman that walks through my community every day. Every day, all day, he walks through my community. And every day I say hello to him, and he's remembered my name from the first time we met to today. And I've known him for 20 years. He's an older gentleman. And I've never asked him if he has Asperger's, but I'm 100% certain. Because he always has the same hello, the same greeting that someone has rehearsed with him. And then he has a story to tell me. It's either like about the big hockey game, or it's about something in the news. And it's enough that, he can have a conversation about it. But then he gets into what he really loves, which is watches. And if I take the time to talk to him about watches, it's amazing how much this guy knows about watches. I learn so much. And, I just take 5-10 minutes out of my day, and I stop and I talk to him, and you can see him just glow. He glows up. And I learn about watches. It's a give and take. And if this awareness allows someone out there to see, I'm a busy guy. I'm on my way to work. I got things I got to get done. I want to cut the grass. I don't want to talk to them. But if you stop for a moment and have a conversation with this guy, or with anyone who has Asperger's or autism, I think it'll open your world and you'll learn a lot. Anyway, who knows if this helps, but I appreciate your time and I appreciate you watching. I am James Stephen, and this is Autism in Perspective. Have a wonderful day.